Well, hello, my valued listeners, and welcome back to another episode of Living in Your Power. I'm your host, Dr. Marlene Greenleaf, and as always, I am truly grateful that you have chosen to spend this time with me today. Now, as we close out our July theme, Living Free, Walking Daily in Purpose and Peace, we've spent this month, the month of July, discovering what freedom begins with, choosing peace each day and embracing the freedom that comes through forgiveness. So today, and I know it's late, it is not Monday, but today we bring those lessons together with one final invitation. An invitation to lay down the burdens we were never meant to carry. So today's episode, the fourth and final in our July series, is entitled Living Lightly, Releasing What We Were Never Meant to Carry. So let's dive in. Now, life has a way of placing responsibilities on our shoulders. Some are ours to carry, and others are not. Yet, over time, we begin collecting burdens without even realizing it. We carry other people's expectations. We carry disappointments. We carry guilt over things we cannot change. We carry the pressure to have all the answers, to be everything for everyone, and to never let anyone down. And eventually, my dear listeners, what began as a temporary weight becomes something we accept as normal. We become so accustomed to carrying heavy loads that we forget what it feels like to walk freely. But just because you've been carrying something for a long time doesn't mean it belongs to you. Now, Matthew 11, verse 28 through 30, the New King James Version, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, and lean on me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light." Now, I know you're very familiar with these verses. And I have always found comfort in these words. Because Jesus doesn't pretend that life won't become heavy. He never says that. He simply offers another way to carry it. Or perhaps more accurately, He offers to carry what we cannot. So notice the invitation. It says, "Come unto me." Not after you've figured everything out. Not after you've fixed every problem that you think you can fix. Not after you've become stronger. He says, "Come now, exactly as you are. Be it heavy, be it tired, be it overwhelmed." He said, because rest begins with surrender. One of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves is permission to travel lightly. Now, that doesn't mean avoiding responsibility. No, not at all. It in fact means learning the difference between responsibility and unnecessary burden. Sometimes we need to release the need to control every outcome. Sometimes we need to stop carrying other people's opinion. Sometimes we need to let go of unrealistic expectations we've placed on ourselves. And sometimes we simply need to remember that we were never called to walk this journey alone. I have learned that peace grows when we stop holding everything so tightly. Trust grows when we loosen our grip. And freedom grows when we release what was never ours to carry in the first place. I'm going to say that again. Freedom grows when we release what was never ours to carry in the first place. Living lightly isn't about doing less, dear listeners. It's about carrying it differently. Carrying it with grace, with trust, and with the confidence that God is walking beside us every step of the way. Now let's return to this beautiful invitation before we wrap up. It says, "Come unto me, and I will give you rest." Man, what an incredible promise. I mean, it's not just physical rest, but rest for your soul. So as we close this month, I want you to spend a few moments reflecting on these questions. I want to ask yourself, what burden have I been carrying that God is inviting me to release? Am I holding on to responsibilities that were never mine to begin with? What would change if I truly trusted God with what feels too heavy? And how can I begin living more lightly this week? So I'm going to repeat that again. Reflect on these questions. What burden have I been carrying that God is inviting me to release? Am I holding on to responsibilities that were never mine to begin with? What would change if I truly trusted God with what feels too heavy? And how can I begin living more lightly this week? Now, I know this is Saturday, but still, I want you to think on these, reflect on these for me, and tell me what you come up with. So remember, freedom often begins the moment we decide we no longer have to carry everything alone. So in closing, dear listeners, as we close this month's journey in July, I hope you'll remember this. Living free isn't about escaping life's challenges. It's about knowing you don't have to carry them by yourself. You were created to live with purpose. You were created to walk in peace. And you were created to flourish. And yes, to travel a little lighter. So today, choose to release what has become too heavy. Choose to trust. Choose to rest. And choose to keep walking forward with confidence. So I want to thank you for joining me throughout this month's series in July on living free, walking daily in purpose and peace. And my prayer is that these conversations have encouraged you to embrace the freedom, peace, and purpose that God desires for your life. So until next time, dear listeners, I want you to continue to live boldly in your power today. And if it gets tough, just breathe. You still got the strength to rise. So I'll be back with a new series on Monday for the month of August, which we are in. I know. It was just one of those weeks and I just couldn't get this out to you. But I said I had to finish it strong, even though it is Saturday and it is August the 1st. So I'll see you next time with a brand new series for the month of August. But remember, I want you to continue to live in your power and walk daily in purpose and peace.